Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at this question. That if the logarithm of 64 base 8 plus log 64 base 4 equals to logarithm of x base 2, find the value of x. Now, in this case, if we see what we have on our left-hand side, these are logarithms of different bases. Now, since they are logarithms of different bases, that means we shall solve them differently because this one is an integer and this one also is an integer. That is 64 and 8, they are all integers. Also 64 and 4, they are all integers. Therefore, we can solve this one separately and also this one separately so that whatever we obtain, we replace it here, and whatever we obtain after solving this, we replace it here. Then we equate it with this one. Now, let us begin with this one. We have, that is the logarithm of, we have the logarithm of 64, that is the logarithm of 64 base 8 equals to, let's say this one is any unknown, let's say m. Now, we need to proceed and find the value of m by writing this one in index notation. This one in index notation is 8 raised to this m. This base, which is 8 raised to this m, equals to 64. In this case, we shall have 8 raised to m equals to, instead of writing 64, we can write it as 8 squared. Now, since we have 8 here and also 8 here, these are numbers that are of the same base. This is 8 and this is 8. Since they are of the same base, from the law of indices, we can equate the powers. Therefore, we have our value of m as 2. Now, after obtaining that, we shall replace it directly. Now, let us also solve for the other one. Because we are done with this, let us also solve this one separately. We have the logarithm of, that is the logarithm of 64 base 4. Let it say this one is y. Now we proceed to find the value of y, then we replace it with this one. Now we have 4 raised to this y equals to 64. That is 4 raised to y equals to 64. That is, we have written this one in index notation. And therefore, 4 raised to y can be 4 raised to 3. 4 raised to 3 is just 64. I've not changed anything. Since the bases are the same, that means we equate the powers. Therefore, the value of y is 3. Now, after obtaining that, we shall replace the logarithm of 64 base 8 with m, which is 2. And also, we shall replace the logarithm of 64 base 4 with the value of y, and the value of y is 3. Now, we shall have, that is 2 plus, here we replace with 2, and here we replace with 3. Therefore, we shall have 2 plus 3 equals to this. Therefore, we can have, that is, we can have 2, that is 2 plus 3 equals to the logarithm of x base 2. And this one is 2 plus 3 is 5 equals to the logarithm of, that is x base 2. Now, having that, we need to introduce logarithm on this side by ensuring that the base of this is the same as the base of this. We need to ensure that if we introduce a logarithm on this side, it should be of the base of 2. It should be of base 2. That is, it should have the same base as this one. Therefore, we shall have the logarithm that is on this side is of base 2. Therefore, we shall have 2 we shall have 2 raised to this, that is 5. What do we obtain? 2 raised to 5 is 32. Now, having that, we shall say that the logarithm of, that is the logarithm of 32 base 2 equals to the logarithm of x base 2. That is, the logarithm of 32 base 2 is just the same as this 5. Then the logarithm of x base 2. Now, since these are logarithms of the same base, then we can say 32 is the same as x, or we can just say the value of x is 32.